The Arrows Podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings, which is a flooring company specializing in concrete polish, epoxy flooring systems, micro cement, and self leveling concrete. They speak Spanish and they offer awesome customer service. And you could reach them on Instagram, Triumph underscore coatings, looking them up on Facebook, Triumph Protective Coatings. You can email them, triumphprotectivecoatings at gmail.com. You can call them or text them at 666-436-4702. And if you use promo code ARROWSUP, you get 15% off on your next flooring project. So reach out to them and they will take care of all your flooring needs. There's a podcast on this Friday night edition of the pod. I have David today with me, and I play the game Real or Not Real, and then we talk about earthquakes and all of that. So that's coming up a little later. To start the pod, we have football's back, or how we call it here in the States, soccer's back. And I want to do a preview, very short preview of La Liga and the English Premier, which is what I watch, which is what I will be talking about on the pod. And then obviously Champions League, but we're still ways away from that. But where we're at with the English Premier, we start with the English Premier. Started today in a Manchester United win over Fulham in a game that was controlled throughout the game by Manchester United. Fulham had their chances, but they just weren't able to produce enough fear and enough of a threat versus Man U. I liked how Mason Mount looked in the time that he was in, and Bruno was spectacular today. As was Rashford. Rashford and Casemiro were really good today for Manchester United, but they were able to win on Xerxes' game-winning goal on the 86th minute, and Man U take the 1-0 victory, grabbing the 3 points. And last year, and look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is a different Manchester United. It's one game. And it might be that this team reverts back. But for Manchester United, the key is going to be, can Mason Mount be the player he was at Chelsea? Can he be the guy we thought he was going to be when we got him? And I think he's going to be a big key. And obviously the questions of whether the defense will be better and whether just the complete the revamping of the defense, will that be enough to kind of stabilize the team? Can Ten Hag get the best out of these guys? Can Onana just look like the Onana that made us all believe that he can be a world-class goalkeeper? But I think Manchester United, in terms of where they're at, I think they're ways away. Now, the pressure, because it's Manchester United, is that they should be higher on the list because they got rid of a lot of players. They got a lot of players come in. They spent a lot of money on like Lenny Yoro and obviously Xerxes and Delete. And so they spent some money to bring in guys. But the question is going to be, and obviously the whole revamping of everyone upstairs. So the pressure is that they need to finish top four, which I think is unfair of this team, the expectation of this team, because Manchester United is far away from a top four finish this season. Everything would have to go like right for them, and everything would have to go wrong for everybody on top. So that's Manchester United. I think if we're starting at the top, Arsenal and Manchester City have to be the favorites to win the league. Um, for Arsenal, I think the biggest thing is, can they create enough um, offense, quality offense throughout the year to be able to produce the season they need, because I think that's a huge thing. Last season, for example, they were one of the, in terms of where they ended, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were sixth in the league of in terms of quality shots created, not counting penalty shots. And for a team that wants to win the league, that's not good. So that needs to get better. That needs to improve. So that becomes a big question for them. They pretty much, for the most part, returning the same team they had last year. That was so close to winning the title. Then you get Manchester City, who lost Julian Alvarez, but you figured Haaland is poised to have a bounce back season, or have a, not bounce back. I'm thinking of just him struggling towards the end, but him having a great season again. Foden will continue to, you would think, grow from his 19 goals and 8 assists that he had last year. Rodri, who's been spectacular, you would think he's only going to get better. They still have Kevin De Bruyne, and Pep is still there. And so, if this is, because the rumor is that one of these years Pep is no longer going to be the coach, and if this is the last run for him, can it be a magical one? Then you get Liverpool, and Liverpool, who lose their coach, and now they have a brand new manager, and can he do the work, and can he get the success that Klopp had? And that becomes the big question for Liverpool as they head into a brand new era of football in their club, because that becomes the gigantic question. Can Arne Slot be a good successor for Liverpool and lead them? And if he can, then Liverpool will not miss a beat, and they will be right up there fighting for the league. Then you get Chelsea, and Chelsea, they spent so much money to bringing all these players, and they did their job in just spending and spending and spending. And now the question is, can that become a team? Can it be this team that works together, that builds together, that kind of just gets everything? Can they get it cooking? Becomes the key. Because if, for all the talent that they have, for everything that they've spent, the question then becomes, can Enzo Maresca put it all together? Can he be the guy that allows this team to gel and takes this team from being a collection of good players to a team? And that becomes the key for this team. And then I think Newcastle, we got to include Newcastle, as there's obviously an influx of money. They struggled with injuries last season, and the question must be asked, did they have a bad year because of the injuries? and that's something that we're gonna find out. And so I think that's where we will find, and in rounding up the top six. Um, I think you're gonna have Tottenham Hotspur, and I think Tottenham becomes the team of that. We're kind of just waiting to see what they're gonna become, and I think for Angelo's Postecoglou, or Anje Postecoglou, their manager. Um, it's about the second year, and can it be different? Can this season be different than last year? Because last year, they were very vanilla, very boring to watch, and that becomes the big question for them. Um, and and that's really the key for the English Premier, and where we're gonna find the success. I think if we're looking for a team that might take everybody by surprise and might be the team to watch out for, I do like um, Ashton Villa to possibly surprise everyone. They finished fourth last year, and I think that they're capable and they're good enough to not regress. And I think that's where I think that this is going to be a team for the second straight year that's going to scare people throughout the season. Now, going to La Liga. In La Liga, is much less controversial at the top, as you get Real Madrid, who won their first trophy on Wednesday with Mbappe, and we got the first look of Mbappe with Real Madrid. And we got the first look of Rodrigo in that number 8 spot. This team has the best team in the entire league. They have the best roster, and they have the best coach. So I think this is Real Madrid's great opportunity to go back to back for the first time in 17 years. And then you get Barcelona, who's just brought in a brand new coach, and Hansi Flick, who's brings in a different style. Who brings in he was with Bayern, he was with the German national team, and he brings in this different style of play. They got rid of a lot of different players, and so looking ahead, you were gonna think that Yamal, who had a really good time at the Euros, you're gonna find that there's gonna be all the pressure on him this season to produce, and I think Barcelona is a year or 2 years away from getting to where they need to get to. The question is, do they have the patience for that? Because I think they're gonna, because they didn't go after many guys in the summer. Are they going to do something in the last 2 weeks of the transfer window? Maybe. Are they going to be the team that goes all in January? Maybe. But the question does become: can this team do enough to compete with Real Madrid, and do they have enough to take advantage of the moments when Real Madrid gives up points? But besides that, I don't see any way that Barcelona can do that. I think Flick is a year, 2 years away from getting the roster he wants, the team he wants, and I think that's gonna produce a lot of frustration for him and for all the Barcelona people. Then you got Atletico, finished fourth last year. Diego Simeone is still the coach, and they kind of had a good summer in terms of like going after younger, and I think they have the chance to finish second in the league. Um, but again, I think we have to judge all these teams to Real Madrid, and I don't think Atletico has enough to compete with Real Madrid. Then you get Athletic Club, who have Nico Williams, who somehow staved off getting poached to Barcelona, which still may happen. You would think that they might be able to get a top four finish with that roster. Nico Williams can continue to expand his game. You would think that they would have a good opportunity. And then from there on out, I think Sevilla is definitely going to be looking for a bounce back season, as they kind of had a roller coaster of a year last year, and that's going to become the key. But they're too patient. Garcia Pimienta, for example, their coach, he's a very patient guy. And I just don't know if Sevilla, the people making the decisions, are going to have the patience to let him figure it out. And that's going to be a problem. But that's where we're at. That's where La Liga, my prediction, I think Arsenal wins the English Premier. I think my beloved Manchester United finishes 5th or 6th. I think Real Madrid wins La Liga, and Atletico gets 2nd, and Barcelona gets 3rd. And that's how I think all this shakes out. In terms of Real Madrid, I think it's going to take a little bit, like I've said, for Mbappe and that whole roster to gel. And we saw it on Wednesday that there was like trouble and they struggled. And that's what's going to happen. And eventually, talent and class rise to the top. And that's what you saw on Wednesday. And I think that's what you're going to get from Real Madrid. So we'll see how it all turns out. I'm excited to watch. Real Madrid starts on Sunday. United started today. They won. And all is well in... all is well at the in the world. I don't know what else I was trying to say. All is well in the world. So here's my conversation with David. So here we go.
Bro, you caught me on the. I was like you the other day with the earthquake. You sent the link. I was like, oh, I'm not ready right now.
Bro, okay, man, that was nuts,
dude. Okay, because like you guys like felt it down there, no?
Yeah.
Right. Where was like the epicenter? Was it
Pasadena?
Oh yeah. You were like, you're right there.
Yeah, we're in the middle of it. Where did you guys feel anything?
No. But I do remember, like, bro, I remember the first time I experienced like an aftershock in elementary school, and it was so weird. I remember I was standing at my desk, and it was so sudden and so quick. It felt like someone was moving my chair from behind me, like a classmate. So I was about to turn around and give this dude like the, yo, bro, like, who do you think you are around here? Like, push my chair around. and there was no one there. And so I was like, and so the teacher was like, everyone on your desk, the whole thing. Parents had to come and get you. And I was like, oh crap, that was an earthquake, you know. And then there was another one at the house, like in Whittier.
Yeah.
I was like playing my bass in the living room, and like the whole house shook, like the ceiling fan. Sammy was asleep. I ran to his room. I was like, oh my god, you know. And then there was one at church, which the epicenter was like in La Habra, but we felt it even over there, like Cudahy. Like the ground just kind of moved slowly. Adrian was there for that one too, and like we were playing, we were shooting hoops, we were running around, and we couldn't tell, but someone was kind of like, "Did you guys feel that?" And then Sam was like in the shower when that one hit near the house.
Yeah.
So, but were you like, like, oh, because you were
So
like close, man. Pasadena's like how far for you? Like driving? What, like 20 minutes, 15 minutes ish?
from downtown, yeah, like 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes with the LA traffic.
Yeah.
Um, I was in a restaurant, I was doing my thing, and I
Shook.
just you just like and you're like, whoa. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Um, yeah, man, it was pretty crazy.
Nature, bro. Nature, you scary, man. Like,
Dude. But it's still not as scary as what I imagine a hurricane or a tornado would be.
yeah, the tornado one, that one, like
You know, like
that like Midwest Southern weather, like it's different, bro. We got caught in a rainstorm once on a. We were driving to Dallas, like to visit family,
mhm.
and that's a long drive. So you pass through like Arizona, New Mexico, and all those states, and then West Texas, so like El Paso, you see Juarez, and I forgot exactly where we were, but it started raining,
Yeah.
and I was like, I must have been like 14, 15. And my dad was like, "Dude, we got to pull over." And I was like, "He's like, no, you don't understand." He's like, "This rain." He's like, "I've never seen anything like it. There's so much coming down so fast." He's like, "I just don't feel comfortable driving." And
Yeah.
so we pulled over like at a gas station. And we were gonna get out, but when you open the door, like it was like giant puddles like this. Like so, we're like, you know what? Let's just wait it
Man.
out. It was crazy, bro. Also, because like the ground is so dry over there, like the water just kind of sits on the ground, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like where like it rains a bunch, where like it gets kind of muddy and like mossy. Like it's so dry and arid that when it does rain a bunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. And then there was like lightning and thunder, and I was like, all right, we'll wait. This is like insane.
Man,
So
that's
yeah,
crazy.
tornadoes too. I can't imagine, bro. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. That's wild.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was probably one of the biggest ones we felt in a while, actually. Because I think all the other ones were pretty small. You didn't feel the one that the epicenter was like Bakersfield or something like that?
No, because I mean that's still like about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. If you do feel it, there are some people that are like, oh, you feel the grind a little bit, but there was one time where I was at work randomly, and I heard the like the windows rattled, and I was like, bro,
Mm,
and I was alone. I was like, bro, what the heck is that? That's like, you know, but it might be like a giant, because there's also like a military bases nearby us, so we
yeah.
always get random like just choppers flying overhead. So I'm like, I don't know what's going.
Yeah, they're probably doing something.
Yeah, it's like, and like the like Paso has its own little airport. It's like it's tiny. It's not like a major one where people fly in and out from other cities, but people that have little planes, they fly them out of there.
Yeah.
And so you always see random planes like just super close to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, but I think what's worse about earthquakes, it's not the shaking itself, but just everyone on social media who like won't have anything interesting to say, just like earthquake, like Okay.
Oh yeah. Here's like it's like when it rains in LA and
Yeah, it's
everyone's
just
like,
crazy. And it's like,
here's my my required no one knows how to drive in the rain Facebook post, like just I'm gonna put this here because it's raining.
yeah, it's like we
And
get
with the earthquake, it's like, did you guys see the earthquake? Here's my post. Like every people do that. And I'm like, can you just shut up? They just
that. Like, bro, we get it, bro. We
we
get it.
get it, bro.
I'm
Like
here.
if only you showed such devotion to other subjects and posting about them than just like just earthquakes in the rain. Like
Like, bro,
okay.
I live here. I live here too. Like, I know. I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
'Cause if it wasn't for the fact that I was in the restroom, I probably wouldn't have said anything.
yeah, you're like, okay. Like,
But I was
that
like,
happens here.
this is the first, yo. So I just sat there because I was like, well, I'm not gonna get up. Like, so hopefully nothing comes down. Hopefully this is just a little.
A pipe doesn't burst below me or
Oh my
anything. You're like,
God. Because
dude,
yeah, because you could I heard that I could hear the pipes, and I'm like, as long as nothing bursts and as long as nothing falls, I should be okay.
yeah,
Uh, and so yeah, everything was fine, thankfully.
yeah. That's one of those where like now that this happened and like you were in that position, like I don't know, moving forward you might be like, bro, it God forbid, if there's like another quake anytime soon and it's like a big one, like
Mhm.
like you have to make the decision eventually, like, bro, like even though I'm sitting here, like for the sake of my life,
Yeah,
like I can't finish. I gotta go. I'm going. Like I gotta go. Like secure my stuff. Like Steph. Like I gotta go. Like so you're like, dude. Like bro, that moment. Did you ever watch the first Transformers movie, like the one with Shia LaBeouf? A
yeah.
long time ago. So there's that scene where like they go to his house and the the Transformers are outside the house, but the parents don't know. But as they're walking around, like the ground shakes, and so people like the parents are like, "Oh my god, earthquake, earthquake!" And the husband, who's like kind of chunky, he like bolts for the table and gets underneath. And
Oh
his wife
yeah,
is
yeah.
like Le Vale. She's just like, what? And she's like, where'd you go? And she's even like, you got over there so fast. How did you move that fast? And he's like, bro, I'm not messing around. Like with an earthquake, he's like, I'm getting under the table. And it's like, that might be me for the next one. I'll be like, bro, I'm not playing. I'm,
Every man for
yeah,
themselves.
like George Costanza, like in the fire. Like bro, like, I'm pushing people out the way, man. Like, it's just
No.
slow. Like, hey,
Yeah, man. That's a yeah. I I think if I was home, maybe it would have been a little different. But I was at work and I had just started too. So I think that
oh,
was
this is at work?
I was at work. I wasn't home. I was at work.
Dude, that's even funnier, bro.
So I'm like, man, something happens, workers' comp. It's just like the funniest workers' comp story ever. Like, what happened to you? I was taking a dump and an earthquake hit, and
I was, dispelling fecal matter from my being, just the ground.
the restroom stalls fell on my leg, and I can't go to work for a little bit. It's like, all right, okay, cool. So that should be that would have been a funny story. Um, do you guys get up there the people that don't know how to drive in the rain? Like, is it as bad as here in LA?
I don't think so, just because
You guys get more rain than us, probably.
well, and also like there aren't as many people, so like the congestion of drivers,
Uh,
like it's just not.
yeah, that's true.
And also here, like you do get people that are like if it's raining really bad, some people are just like, bro, I'm just staying home. Like I don't even
Mhm.
care. Like
Yeah.
whatever plans I had, it's raining cats and dogs. Like I'll sit this one rain check, literal rain check. Like I'll see you like when the sun comes out. So, and there are times where like I've had gigs like where like I'm playing somewhere indoors and it's raining, and I'm just like, man, dude, it's raining a ton. I was like, I do not want to be out there, but it's not. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not like so. It's only the two lanes, and no one's bro. Like I'll be sometimes I'll drive to and from places at around like rush hour time,
Yeah.
uh, there will be like little random pockets of like traffic, and I'm talking like maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops, where you're kind of stuck in your little spot, and then it clears up.
Yeah.
And I've driven with like homies, and they're just like it drives them crazy. Like, oh my god, I'm like, bro, this is light. I don't want to hear you complaining about like,
Oh, they go crazy over the little stoppage.
yeah, well, like the perspective, because like they've never, if they grew up there, they don't know, you know.
Oh
Like
yeah,
even my one of my old worship pastors, like he grew up in Los Osos, which is like a little like unincorporated community sitting nearby.
yeah.
But he met his wife at music school, and she's from Minnesota, like a tiny little town. I'm
Okay.
talking like maybe 3 to 5 thousand people tops, tiny. And so when they moved, they lived in Minnesota for a long time, as where she was born and raised, and they moved back here to Paso. And for her, the traffic was a lot. She was like, "Oh my god!" Like she would get nervous driving, and me, I was sitting there like, "Are you serious?" You know? And she's like, "Yeah, well, the town I grew up in, like you know, you
Yeah.
hardly have like the lights. You have like stop signs, but it's not like here." And so it's just funny because they're like, "Oh, it's such an inconvenience." I'm like, "Bro, you're gonna be like maybe 5 minutes late from wherever you're going, but
Like,
it's
bro,
not."
you would die in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's like if you get caught in it, like, bro, it's like an hour. You got like an extra hour to commute. It's just like,
Dude, it's funny because when I went to St. Louis, we we got there and we were
just
asking,
for the like
oh,
the Killers concert, right? That
yeah,
you
yeah,
went?
yeah, and we were asking like, oh, like where's some places we could go eat or whatever. And they're like, oh, there's this spot in in downtown. Um, it's really good, blah blah blah. Um, but you're gonna have to leave early because man, traffic's a killer. And
So you're like, oh, okay, like what's that like?
so we're like, okay, no, no, we didn't ask because I don't know, we're dumb and we just figured like when they say traffic, like we mean the same word.
Right? Okay, yeah, yeah. Like you assume their traffic means your traffic, and you're
Yeah,
like, oh, I
yeah.
get you, bro. Like, yeah,
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, and mind you, I work in downtown LA. So
right,
going to downtown, to me, I know already what that is.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, cool. Like, so we looked at the place, like, what time does it open? All right, cool. You know, we were gonna do we're gonna do a tour on the Mississippi River, and we're gonna see the arch.
nice.
And so we're like, all right, so we can go there. So we're setting up the plan. We're like, okay, we're gonna have to leave at 7 for the traffic because
They said there's traffic.
yeah. And we're on our way, and like I put it on the GPS, and it said 20 minutes. And I'm like, 20 minutes? Like that can't be right. And I
Were you expecting at least like 45 to an hour?
yeah, so
Like, yeah, yeah,
I look it up again, and it's like, yeah, 20 minutes. And so I'm driving, we're on the freeway, and there's like cars, but it's not traffic.
like this is light.
And we get there, and then we're talking to somebody, and they're like, "Oh, like where are you guys from?" Blah blah, blah. And like, "Oh, from LA." And they're like, "Oh wow, like that's cool. Like you guys got here. You guys were you did you guys catch a lot of traffic on your way to the place?" And I was like, "No,
Like not at all. Like
like no." And so then the lady's like, "Really?" And then the guy, I think it hit him. He's like, "They're from LA. Like this is like a good drive for them anywhere."
oh yeah.
And they're like, "How long did it take you to get here?" And I'm like, "Oh, like 20 minutes." And they're like, "Yeah, yeah. To us, that's like that's a lot." And I'm like, "Are
Yeah, because
you
that's
kidding
like
me? Are you?" I'm like, "That is 20 minutes is a like
that's a
perfect."
dream over here, bro. You're like, oh, thank you. 20
They're like, "What?" I'm
minutes.
like,
Like,
dude, I'll wait to visit my mom till the traffic is down to 20 minutes. Like it's that like crazy. So yeah, yeah, that's so it's funny.
You saw that traffic and you were like, boy, you're like, bro, that's easy work, man, light work. Like that's
Yeah,
nothing.
because I was just like, oh, there's probably not a lot of traffic today, or we probably got up too early, or
Right? You're like, oh, we beat the traffic. Where's the traffic at?
and it was like, no, that was the traffic.
And they were asking you like, oh, how was it? Are you okay? And it's like, dude, that okay. Like, bro, was the food good? Was it like St. Louis barbecue or what was it?
It was like a breakfast spot, so it was, I mean,
Oh, okay.
breakfast. But yeah, their barbecue, the San Luis barbecue is incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I heard it's legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. Really,
Yeah, man, the traffic one is like that's like
yeah.
it's crazy. Like we even had a guy like that. This guy used to like rent like he was like a tenant at our house in Whittier, and he used to work. Man, I can't remember what city he used to work in, but it was like bro, like minimum hour and a half drive each way, like to and from, and like for work. And I was like, so so here when it's like oh like San Luis is about like a half-hour drive for me, and you can make it in like 25 if there's no traffic, like if you're just like assuming. But when there is like quote unquote traffic, it's like all right, maybe 40, maybe. But even then, it's still like on the map. It's like a nice distance, so it's like, oh, dude, that's not even
Mm,
that, bro. You know, so or like getting to the downtown here, like from where I'm at, because I'm kind of like on the like the edge of town, but it's like 10 minutes to get downtown. So,
yeah,
so
man.
yeah, yeah, dude. It's cool that that one guy caught on though. Like he knew he's like, oh, bro, like they live in LA. Like, bro, this is, man,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, but people don't have the best sense, I guess, of that. Whenever you're not like from that area,
Yeah,
because there's no way to know. There's no way to know what that is. So um, whenever I hear anybody complain about like traffic or stuff like that, it's like I wonder where they're from. Like,
right.
like
One thing that I've heard is huge that like we don't realize we have like pretty well over here is I mean because we're nearby where it grows, but like the quality of produce like compared to
mm,
the rest of the U.S.
mm,
It's like I've heard stories of people that like move away to other places that like one it's super expensive when you go out to other places like to get high quality stuff, and then it's not always like readily available. So even just getting stuff like fruits and veggies, you know, like avocados, all that stuff. It's like, oh, dude, it's so
right.
expensive because it all grows close by. But yeah, yo, you said you had a Nello story that you forgot last time we.
Oh yeah. So I play pickleball twice a week, and the people we play with, or not, I mean, we don't play with them actually, but we play twice a week, and there's like a group, a pretty significant group, big group that gathers and they play too every time we go. And we become like friendly with them, like say, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And so I was wearing my Canelo shirt. The I have a Canelo Mexican shirt. It says Canelo has like the Mexican flag. So I was playing with it, and so one of the guys, his ball came over to our side, and he's like, "Oh, I like your shirt," and he's like this older Hispanic guy, and he's like, "Oh, I like your shirt," and I was like, "Oh, I stole it," and I think he thought like I didn't speak Spanish, and he's like, "Oh, yeah," he's like, "See, see."
Dude,
And so it was just cool to see um an older dude like give props to Canelo or be a
Yeah,
Canelo fan. So that was cool.
nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Man,
So that was cool.
that's like it's pretty like honestly sad or I don't know. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. But like that narrative that like the older crowd, like the older heads, like just don't like my dad. Like I feel about my dad. It's just like because he goes through spells. He goes through like days where he's like, "Nah, dude, he's great," like and then
Yeah,
like right now that he's like beefing with Berlanga, they're just they're talking to sell the fight.
right, right.
My dad's like, he's like, "Oh, I don't like that Canelo's like talking the way he's talking." And I was like, dude, I was like, if it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be as interesting, if at all. And he was like, man, why can't he be respectful like the Munguia fight? I was like, well, that's different. Munguia came respectful. Like he was just, they both knew what it was. Whereas this guy, this like Berlanga is just like, yeah, like he, like he's also going, like he wants to talk and stuff. So it's like Canelo's like, all right, well, let me engage back and sell the fight. He's not normally like that. He'll reciprocate what you bring to the table.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, come on, dude, we got to know he's not really like this.
Right.
But that's cool that older guy, he was like, yeah, uh, gets old. We'll be like, bro, like we'll tell my dad, like, dude, Chavez said all kinds of things and did all kinds of things. I was like, come on, dude, can you put that guy like on a pedestal? Give me a break. So
Yeah, dude. It's but it's weird, huh? Like how whenever you're the champion, people don't like it when you talk, but then if you don't talk, people don't like that either.
yeah, it's just, dude, it's weird.
Like, so what do you want? Like, do you want confidence or do you not want confidence? Do you want it? Just yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, even one of my musician buddies that he's from Guadalajara, and he was telling me, he's like, oh, bro, like he's saying what Berlanga's saying right now. He's like, oh, dude, like some people in Mexico, like they don't like Canelo, and I'm like, but why though? I was like, I don't get it. It's like, because they'll be like, he acts arrogant. I was like, dude, he's making millions of dollars. Like, you want him to just be like a hermit? It's like, what do you expect him to do? I don't get it. Bro. And the Marquez thing, I'm glad you just came out and like put that like you're like, oh, bro, I hate that guy, bro. Like, that guy just
Dude, that guy sucks, man.
that guy, dude, it, bro. It's like if Chavez can be cool of all the champions, it's like, bro, you can be cool. There's no reason why you shouldn't be cool. Like, if he's as respectful as he is, and Canelo too. Like, Canelo's also super respectful. It's like, but for some reason, this guy of all guys, and it's like, and he's probably like, I think he says like most overrated out of all like the Mexican champions. It's like, dude, you were never even that guy, bro. Relax. Like,
But I think to me, it's like, who are you? Like, who do you think you are? Like,
yeah,
you really think you're that guy, huh? Like, you really think you're a boxing Mexican? You think you're, first of all, a legend? You're not. You think you're a boxing legend? You're not. You think you're a Mexican boxing legend? You're not. Like, you got to get in line, dude. Like, so it makes me happy that like Eric Morales and Juan and what's his
Barrera too. Like
and I
they're
put
just
put him in their in his place.
yeah.
It's just like, bro, like, what are you talking about, dude? Like,
Yeah. Did I see that clear? I'm sure we talked about it when like I think Morales like went through his record and he's like, bro, let's pump the brakes. He's like, the first champion you fought was like this over the hill old guy. And other than that, he's like, you lost most of your championship fights.
well, I
And it's
started
like,
listening to their podcast because they have a podcast,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he goes through pretty much like the story of how Barrera of how he ducked Barrera and he didn't want to fight Barrera, and Eddie Morales was like, dude, when he was coming up, I was 21 and I was already a champion, and he was 27 and he was a nobody, and I was like, dang, like, and so he like laid into him.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you have to because it's like, okay, also, too, like, if Canelo were to even say anything remotely aggressive, or people would pull a whole like, oh, Steve Canelo, like piece of crap. But like, I'm glad that those guys took up the mantle and be like, bro, like just, bro, you're not that guy, pal. Like he's like that. Terry Bradshaw's like you ain't even got a foot on the line. Let's stop, bro. Like just yeah, you had the knockout against Pacquiao after like the fourth, fifth fight with him. Like Pacquiao's already like come on, dude. So, yeah, man. Like I said, if Chavez can be cool, there's no reason why the rest of you guys can't be cool with that. Just give him his shine, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. I have real or not real for you.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I had promised it, and I'm here. I have it. Do you know how this works?
I think so. I think I remember the ones with the Harry. So like you make a statement, like a prediction almost, and you're like, "Yo, do you think this will happen or not?" When we're further down the line,
Yeah, or an opinion.
or an opinion. Okay, yeah.
Is this real or not real? And you can give feedback. You don't have to. You could. You don't have to. Um, these are not my opinions per se, so I don't think that these are mine. These are just things I.
These are like someone's takes almost, and it's like, all right, like, what do you think
Yeah,
of that one?
yeah,
Do you
yeah,
agree with that? Do you not agree with that?
yeah.
Okay,
They may
nice.
they I may or may not agree with it, but they're not from me. So if one of them gets I had one with Harry that got him all riled up. And after the pod, he's like, dude, you do I'm like that it wasn't me. It's part of the game, bro. Like,
Okay,
chill.
okay. Are
Calm
some of
down.
them yours, or are they all like from somewhere else? Kind of, you like
No,
wasn't
none
sure.
of them are mine. No, no, no.
Okay, all right, cool.
No. Because if they remind they're more fun to bring it up and argue about them with you.
No, okay, nice.
So the first one, real or not real? Pepsi's overrated.
Not real for me, bro.
Not real.
Yeah, because it's like I mean, okay, I get the whole Coke thing, like for sure. Coke's amazing. Coke is on top. Coke got the numbers. Like it's but as great as Coke is, I feel like it's just become that thing where like it's trendy to hate on Pepsi. To just be like, oh, right. It's like, oh, dude, like, bro, like, just leave it alone. It's fine where it's at, just let it be. So, yeah. I do enjoy getting a nice Pepsi, like when I'm at like Taco Bell has Pepsi. So it's either Pepsi for me there or like Baja Blast just because it's Taco Bell, So yeah, I'm cool with Pepsi. When people have that deep hatred for it, I'm just like, bro, chill out. Like it's soda. Like just But yeah, that's where I stand on that.
Yeah. Real or not real? The drummer is the most important person in a band.
I'm gonna go with real.
Real.
Yeah, and then to an extent, like it is like a dual thing, like between bass and drums. But dude, there's a saying. There's a not like a phrase, but it's if you have an average sounding band like the rest of the band, but an amazing drummer, your band will sound tight.
Really?
If everyone else is amazing, but the drummer like he doesn't have it, the whole band sounds like it's right. And I've experienced it. I've played a couple times with like dudes where like it might be like my first time playing with them or I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah.
And that getting to know each other process when you're playing, like it can make or break like the vibes. Like it's super important. That connection is important. So yeah, the drummer does have like a bunch of the credit for like carrying everything. Bass too, but it's like dude, if you have like a solid bass player and bass drummer, the drummer, it's like, oh, dude, all my drummer friends are gonna be like, oh yeah, for sure. But I'm sure if you were to ask a drummer too, and you were to tell them Real Not Real, the bass player mix event, they'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, dude, if I don't have a great bass player, it's like it's just not, it's not happening." So yeah, I believe in that for sure.
Okay. The third one. Real, not real. Wrestlers are tougher than football players.
I'm gonna go with yeah. I'm
Ooh,
gonna go with yeah.
real?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like you, bro, you know, I'm a football guy.
Dang.
I love football, but
It's calling out all the football guys.
yeah, oh, because the positions in football like they vary with mentality,
Right.
skill set, all that stuff. So wrestlers, like bro, like if you're like a high caliber wrestler, like that's one on one, mano a mano, like that you and that guy, you cannot shy away or have any kind of like hesitations about engaging, right? Like that's just
Mm.
it's like being a fighter. Like it's like, oh dude. Then people say fighters are afraid. It's like, bro, you think they're afraid? Like, come on, man, you know? Football, you do have tough guys, right? All linemen, D linemen, linebackers or something. But I mean, you said it in the receiver. St. Brown don't like getting hit. Wrestling has no room for that. Wrestling has no room for that, bro. You can't go in like this.
For the record, St. Brown said he didn't want to get hit.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. I think like, and you see that a lot with like some of the skill guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Maybe receivers for the most part. You know. Also, you have kickers. Kickers exist in football. Kickers are football players too, and not all the kickers like engage in those activities. So yeah, and there is crossover. You do have guys that do both sports. But I think overall, those wrestling guys, like they're crazy. They're insane. I remember some of the wrestlers in high school, like their diet, like to make weight. It's like when you see those videos of like De La Hoya saying, like, "Yeah, I stuck on an orange for like a day." Like that was just, and I was like, oh, so yeah, those guys are tough, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're out and about and you're trying to mess with a dude, like and you see cauliflower ear, walk away, bro. Let it go. Forget about it. So I would. Just saying. So, no, I'm saying, yeah, bro. That's. I don't care who you think you are. If you see that little messed up puffy ear, don't care what he says, bro. Let it go.
Yeah.
So yeah, real. It might be controversial, like, bro. Sorry, my football dudes hating one of you, but no, those guys are some tough dudes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Real or not real? The audio guy at church is the most power hungry guy in the entire church.
Not real.
Oh, come on.
Hey, no, but this could be like based on like my experiences. You know what I mean? So I'm sure do there do exist some guys that are like that, but
Control your volume. Better be nice to me.
yeah. But here's the thing, because not all musicians are like just tuned in on that. Like
Yeah.
they got a job to do, and it's not always fun. Like telling the musicians like, "Hey, bro, like, can you turn down?" So I met a lot of dudes that are like, "Dude, I'm just trying to do my job. Please help me out." Or like, "What do you need from me? What can I do to accommodate what you need to hear your mix or whatever?" So, like I said, I don't know. I maybe like your end, you've met some like, but yeah, no, yeah. Shout out to my sound engineer guys. Yeah, they're most of the ones that I know, like they're pretty cool. They're chill
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just saying not real, bro. Lead singers. Come
Well,
on,
yeah.
bro.
But yeah, but that's known. We know that.
Lead singer and then lead guitarist too.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
those might be fighting words, but because also like most engineers, like bro, they want to be left alone. Like they just like some of them are like they're awkward, shy dudes.
Mm.
So they're just like, bro, just let me chill with my iPad, controlling the sound, and I'll do your thing. So yeah, if you have some like, I mean, 'cause you've been in like other churches too, but have you met some dudes that are like, bro, this guy's a piece of work, like this?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you got a lot of that. You got a lot of
Ego too, I bet. Like just like
so this like they want like yeah, it's just ego, straight up ego, and you're just like,
yeah,
bro, like, just fix
not
them.
that deep, bro. We're here on a
Yeah,
Sunday. It's 8 a.m. Can we keep
yeah,
it
like
going?
fix
Like
the
just
volume, bro. Like that's it. Like, come on. What are you doing? Um Real not real. It's easier to get along with your sister than it is with your brother. And I'm talking in a general sense, not like specifically like
right, right. Uh, Easier to get along with sister than your own brother.
yeah, it's easier to get along with your sisters than with your brother.
Overall, I think I'm gonna go with not real.
Not real.
Not real. Yeah, I feel like that brotherly bond, like it varies, right? Like there's a spectrum, but I feel like for the most part, like brothers have a distinct connection. Brothers and sisters do too, but there's also the whole like it's just like your wiring is different than your sister. So I it was just like, oh, dude, like they're not even on the same like atmosphere. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I
yeah,
think the age matters.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Because if you have a significantly younger sister, it's easier. Like if you're older.
I can see that. Yeah,
And I'm speaking that just from experience. Because it's just easier.
right,
Yeah,
right.
I think overall the brother, I agree. I think the brother, it's easier. Because yeah,
Yeah,
you're wired the same. So I agree.
yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. And obviously, like circumstances vary, right? There's the whole like if it was like you and your sister growing up together, like just without anybody else for a certain time, it's like you guys are gonna be close, you know. But yeah, and the Asian, like you said, you know,
Yeah.
especially you being like an older brother, just like you kind of take on that like almost like protector kind of vibes too. So you can like
Right.
connect, you know. Yeah,
Hmm.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah. And the last one, real not real. It's easier to be a PK's kid than to not be a PK's kid.
Easier to be a PK kid than not.
Yeah.
Not real.
Not real.
Not real. Yeah.
So you think it's harder?
Yeah. And that one, like, yeah, I've told we talked about this
Yeah.
experience,
Right.
and yeah, oh, dude, it's just mainly for me with experience, like the pressure that they put on you, like just being like,
Mm.
oh, he expects so much more from you, blah blah. You have to be an example. Like, dude,
Yeah.
bro, I'm 12. I'm out here in these streets. I'm going to the liquor store at the corner, like,
In these streets, okay.
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm just trying to be a kid, bro. Like, I don't. My dad's awesome. My dad's great, or like whoever, like your parents great, like whoever's like in the position. But it's like, bro, like just
Like you want a good example? Look at Pedro. There's a reason why he's the guy and not me.
yeah, that was, bro, come on.
Oh
And
man.
at least like in that kid age, that kid era, it's like, bro, you can't expect. And obviously, some kids do it. Some kids do it, and not that I was like a bad kid or anything, but
Yeah.
some kids do live up to that mantle, which is like great, bro. Do you? But I'm going for a bag of hot Cheetos during service. Let
Yeah.
me be. Don't bother me. You know. So, because if I wasn't, because like again, like from my experience, like the homies I was with, like the Hectors, the Juniors, the Adrian, they didn't get all that crap when they were, caught doing like they're just like, you know.
Mm,
So
listen.
yeah, not real for that one. Maybe what's his name? Johnny.
Oh yeah, Johnny.
Johnny, like,
Maybe.
chime in, hit us
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, oh yeah. That one kind of like I want to say like struck a nerve, but like it tickles. I'm like,
Really? Okay.
yeah. But yeah, what do you think from your perspective? Like not having been like a PK.
I think
I could see the other side a little bit, kind
I
of.
think it's no, it's not easier because if you're if you're a good kid, like if you're like a good example and you you do what you're supposed to do and like you're just a overall good kid at church and your parents are not leaders, you get way too much credit. And if you are a good kid and you're a PK, it's like, well, yeah, of course, you're the pastor's kid.
Right, the standards are higher, so it's like, all right, like that's
Yeah,
we
and,
expect it.
and and vice versa. Like if the kid messes up and his parents are not leaders, they're like, well, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think I think because of the standards alone, it's tougher.
yeah,
So yeah,
good,
I would agree.
good. So justice for all those PKs out here.
Yeah, I would agree.
Nice. Those are good. Okay. Do you have more for like saved up, right? Because I think last time you said you had like 8 or 9. How many was that right now?
That was six. Just
6.
kidding.
Okay, cool. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so I write them down and then just like whenever I'm like, oh, I wonder what they would think of this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and just like as I accumulate them, I'm like, okay, I think it's time for
I'm gonna do a little batch, like
yeah, because I don't want to use them all,
Right.
and then they're gone, you know. So
Nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was good.
yeah, the Pepsi one. After we went to Costco, dude, I don't know, man. I was like, dude, Diet Pepsi is really bad.
Oh, you had a Diet Pepsi like at the
Yeah,
food court?
yeah. So it just made me like,
I have a deep love for wild cherry Pepsi. Like that one, like when I see that one, I think Carl's Jr. carries it. It's like,
yeah,
yes, like, that's
yeah.
what I'm here for. Yeah. Okay, tell me. I tell you if I'm crazy with this one because I heard people say this, and I'm like, no, that doesn't like. Okay, use Coke as an example. So you have Coke, right? Regular Coke with real sugar in it, right? It
Mhm.
exists. We know
Yeah.
the taste. Then you have Diet Coke, right?
Okay.
Which has been around for a while. Diet Coke has its own distinct flavor.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would say, "Oh, it's supposed to taste like regular Coke, but it tastes different," right? But the whole thing is like, "Oh, it's sugar free or whatever."
Hmm.
I've heard people say that Coke Zero to them tastes a lot like Diet Coke, and I'm like, Diet has that like kind of how to describe the flavor, almost like yeah, I don't know. I don't see the connection between Coke Zero and Diet Coke. I feel like that Coke Zero does a decent job of at least trying to emulate what like a regular Coke
Yeah.
kind of
I
tastes
would
like.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had a few like coworkers that are like, "Oh, bro, I can't do Coke Zero. Zero reminds me too much of like Diet Coke." And
No way.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, you're crazy, bro. Like that's just like don't even. And I legitimately even want to do like a blind taste test where I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get a bunch of different colas. Like I'm gonna get regular Coke, Zero Diet, RC Cola, whatever, and I'm gonna mix them all blindfold you, and you're gonna tell me
Yeah.
because if you're out here making these accusations that Coke Zero and Diet Coke are on this like flavor wise, like just I'm like, you're just lying.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're not cool with like a regular Pepsi, like
See, I haven't had Pepsi in so long. So I just had because I don't really drink regular Coke anymore like that either. So
Right, for sure.
when I had the diet one, I'm like, oh, this is bad. And
Yeah.
so, yeah,
I think of all the diets, my favorite, like strictly diet, not zero or whatever.
yeah.
But I think I really like Diet Dr. Pepper the most
Mm,
out of the various ones. But
yeah.
you know, a friend of mine just went on a mission trip to the DR, and she experienced like the Coke with like real cane sugar,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, "Dude, like we had it like almost every day. Like it's just so
Really?
cool." Yeah, she's like, I you and even the feel like after you have it, she's like, it's kind of like the flour thing with like Italy versus U.S. flour. She's like, you don't feel like terrible after you have it. Like the little kids there have it like all the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, no, I was like in Mexico too, like the cane sugar, like it's I have like a picture. It's like somewhere in one of my albums of like on my in my like grandma's house, and I'm wearing like a little like sombrero, and I'm like in like a tank top, and I have like a giant bottle of like the like glass bottle of Coke,
Yeah.
and it's incredible. It's different, but I asked her though, I was like, yo, not to be stereotypical, but like, are the baseball vibes like are they huge over there? You know? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I know what you mean. She's like for sure, like soccer's big too, but yeah, like most of the kids, like they do one of those two sports. They're just in the street, like.
Mm,
And she's like, why do you ask? Oh, well, like in the MLB, like there's like a ton of Dominican guys. It's kind of like an ongoing joke where it's like, oh yeah, just go to the DR and find like one of those guys. And she's like, no, that makes sense. One of the guys, there was a pastor there at one of the like facilities, or
yeah.
maybe an orphanage, I don't know. But yeah, he was a pastor. But when he was younger, he had attempted to be a pro baseball player, like in the MLB. Like he had gone to
Okay.
like some of the farm teams over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And when he didn't make it, like he just became a pastor after. But he's like, yeah, he was like super close to making some of the teams over here. Yeah, there's even like a town here where it's like the little like capital in the DR for baseball. And so I was like, all right. I was like, I had to ask. I need to know what's in the water over there. So,
Right.
but yeah. Plus the food too. She was telling me about the food, and I was asking questions. I was like, did you try any of like the like local stuff they make there? And I even Googled some dishes. I was like, was this what you had? Yes.
Well, a lot of it is like plantain, no? Like,
Yeah, they had like they fry it and stuff.
yeah.
But they also had like some chicken dishes, and I googled it, and I was like, "Is this what it looked like?" Is this? She's like, oh yeah, and I was like, okay, and it's called like pollo guisado, but it's like chicken, like drumsticks and thighs. But they also saute like bell peppers. There's like I think like olives too, various stuff, like various peppers.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, it was so good." Like we went to this lady's house and she made it there for us. They had some dessert and it was like made with corn, almost like a pudding kind of. So
Okay.
whenever I meet people from like various countries like that or like that have gone, I'm like, how does the food compare? Like, let me know. I want to know.
Yeah.
Like when I meet like Nicaraguans, I'm like, yo, so like, what's up with the gallo pinto? Like, does your mom make that? Are you guys legit? Source.
Have you ever left the country?
Yeah, I've been to, I mean, just Mexico and Canada once. I was like 12 when I went to Canada,
Oh,
but I don't
Canada?
remember anything from Canada. Like, I mean, it was nice. It was like beautiful.
Yeah.
We went to is it Vancouver? Right, Vancouver.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because we want to go visit my cousin in Seattle, and it's a short drive from there. So we went. We went to some park that was like a waterfall. But I remember it was right. It was a little bit after Revenge of the Sith was out in theaters because we drove by a theater and it
Mm,
was like like the title was there.
yeah.
But I remember being super clean. Canada was like super clean. It was very nice, but yeah, I didn't stay long enough to. We just went for like a few hours for the day, and then I obviously I've been to Mexico, where my mom's from, and TJ. So,
Yeah.
but But yeah, I'm always curious. I'm always just like checking things out, like oh, like what do they eat over there? Like what do they drink? You know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Um, what is what's next on in terms of shows? What are we gonna be watching? It's almost like the hiatus, huh?
Yeah. I gotta expand my horizons though. Like that one show you guys were talking about, where I was like, "Yo, don't spoil it. This actually sounds good."
Oh, presumed innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, that one I was just like, "Oh, dude, this sounds like juicy, like right up my alley."
Yeah, it's good.
So, but is that Apple TV, right?
Yeah, Apple TV.
Yeah, see that one. Like, there's another one I heard about at church too called Silos. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Yeah, that one is. I think it's like post-apocalyptic, like people live underground kind of vibes. So, but yeah, with shows, dude, I don't know, man. It's honestly, I'm still pretty like I'm still grieving the terrible finale from House of the Dragon. I was gonna say that earlier, but I was like, nah, bro, I don't want to come up. But I was like, no, you know what? I'm standing on that. Like that one really pissed me off, dude. Just so we are
There's
getting the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. There's like another spinoff of Game of Thrones.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one is set like in between Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. Like I want to say like 100 or so years after.
And the point of that is what?
I
Just
don't know.
weird.
It's just like the we're gonna see. I mean, it's kind of fun, like not funny, but we kind of have an idea of how House of Dragon is gonna end up because of the books. So yeah, it's like their descendants will be in power, and it's like a knight. And I think one of the kids, like the tall guy, Sir Duncan the Tall, they're saying that oh, he's an ancestor of Brienne of Tarth, like the tall chick
Oh,
kind
okay.
of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So hopefully that'll like hold us over because that comes out I think next year, and then the year after season 3 of House of the Dragon. So, but yeah, and then they released the trailer for Disney had like the D23 I think is what it's called, but they released the trailer for a new show called like Skeleton Crew, Star Wars show, like a live action show.
Mm.
So yeah, honestly, bro, I'm ready for football. All like as much as like we talk about it, I'm just like
Same.
it's a good feeling when you'll see the dudes like even here like in town. Like I know some of the kids like from youth group in church and like a lot of them do football. So whenever I see them around town or even like at the gym, I'm just like, oh man, how's it going? Blah blah. And they're just I'm like, oh you got a like you got Hell Week? You're like how's it going? Like and they're like in like their uniform, like their little like practice stuff, and I'm just like
Right.
football is in the air.
It's about that time.
I also like Jacob, my homie, he'll send me just clips of like drills or like highlights from like past games. And it's just man.
He's a what, Minnesota fan, right? Vikings?
No, that's Aaron.
Oh, that's Aaron.
Jacob's he's on a good spot. He's a Charger fan. So he's with your boy Harbaugh.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
You know? So
He's in the healthiest relationship right now.
so like he's feeling good because he like since I met him like in middle school, like he's been like diehard Chargers. He's been through all that, like the terrible ownership and all this stuff. So he's just like, oh, dude, we got Harbaugh. And then also when Harbaugh, like I think someone was interviewing him, and he was like, bro, after the quarterback, most important position is the whole line. And to me and him, that was just like,
You're speaking my language.
thank you, bro, thank you. Like, so
See, he knows football. He knows what he's talking about.
yeah, yeah, dude. Well, because like especially watching the receiver, like as much as I saw, I've realized that, like, bro, And I said it when I was watching like Kittle. I was like, "Oh, Kittle's cool. Like I can like the vibe I'm getting, the hard work, the drive." I
Right.
was like, I don't like these diva skill position players. Like
Mm,
they're just ah, dude, it's in a, almost not to get too like extreme, but like those guys, like that overall vibe, and they could be super talented. Obviously, that goes without saying. These guys could be super talented, but
right. Right.
that whole mentality, bro, it's like cancerous, bro. It's just like the whole like my crap don't stink, like just ah,
I love me some me.
yeah, and sure, that's cool in moments, like just, but my favorite dudes are like the quiet dudes that just like put their head down, keep their feet moving, make big plays. And when they do speak, it matters. Like when they do speak, they speak up about like working hard,
Right.
you know. Or like the undersized guys. Like I talk about them all the time, but I'm a huge sucker for like the Edelmans, the Wes Volkers, like these guys that have to earn it every day.
Right. Right.
Because all the guys that have all like the God given like intangibles, I'm like, dude, like, you know. So I
I
had
think
guys tell me once, like when I was playing, like I'd always tell guys like, yo, bro, like like you gonna hit the weights or and they would give us like the bro, that's for linemen, bro. Like that's like, like I don't and I'm like, dude, you have to block on certain plays too. You're not getting the ball every time. I what you think you're too like, come on, bro. So yeah, don't rock with like a Larry Fitzgerald, that's my guy. That's like just show up and go to work,
yeah, but
bro.
Larry's a different.
Yeah. That's like the poster boy for like what I would like ask for like just emulate Larry and like we're gonna be fine, bro. Just
Yeah.
unselfish, but yeah, bro. But like the whole like the Devontae Adams, like Stephon Diggs vibes,
Yeah.
To. I'm just like,
They can miss you with that.
yeah, bro. Jerry was perfect, bro. Jerry was like spot on, bro. Jerry was like, dude, I'm out here running these hills, running routes after we win the Super Bowl. Like I'm at the facility and no one's here. Like, dude,
Yeah.
that's what you want to see, man.
Want the
So,
dudes that are about to work.
yeah, man. That want to earn every day. So, but yeah, no, seeing all the football in the air is like,
Yeah,
I'm like you, like with the like Al Pacino, like I thought I was out, but
man.
stuck it in, bro. I'm like,
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
yeah, man.
That's cool.
And even though it's preseason, just seeing the games on TV just like that, I was like, all right, like we're on our way. So,
Yeah.
yeah. What's up with the like the fantasy? You guys got like when's your guys' little draft?
The 31st.
This month, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excited for that. We're gonna have a 40-yard dash to see who gets the first pick. Um it'd be sick if had you been able to come down for that. Just for the laughs. Just
Dude, bro, that stuff like this one time I remember very clearly. One of our coaches and Aaron knows this guy. This guy's like an old family friend of Aaron's. But he was a young coach, but he was like a little chunky, not in the best shape, but
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
he would always talk crap with the running backs because he was a running back coach. So he like they'd always get into it because the running backs like they're all super fit, they're young dudes. They'd be like, "Nah, coach, you're over the hill." Blah, blah. Meanwhile, coach is giving them the like, "Nah, young buck, you don't know what you're talking about." Like back in my day, or like right now, I still beat you kind of vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he challenged our starting running back to like a race, like just on the field. And at the time, I was like, all right, well, let's see how this goes, because like Garcia, our running back, like, bro, he's super fast. He's not like he's not a strider. He's not like a breakaway speed guy, but he still quick.
Yeah.
And like I said, our coach was like a little chunky, so I was like, all right, let's see how it goes. Because Garcia's not like super fast, but he's still fast. He's young, he's in shape.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. And so they ran. I didn't want to say it was like a 40, but bro, the coach got a cramp, like just like on the ground, writhing in pain, like just. And now that I'm a little older, like when you guys said 40, like, oh, let's do a 40 chat, like for the drafts, immediately knowing how much I stretch and don't stretch or how much I run these days, I was like, I'm not touching that. I was like, or at least I have to prepare a ton. I'd have to prepare like,
Yeah.
I'd have to start jogging and just stretching like multiple times a day just to limber up to do that. Because when I saw that coach go down, mind you, I was like 16, 17. I was like, bro, how are you going to get a cramp just running? Can't even run. Just.
And now you're like, I get it.
And now I'm like, Brian, why would you even put yourself in that position, bro? You're going to challenge this young buck in his prime to a 40-yard dash.
Yeah.
Not be me, bro. Come on. So, but for the last though, dude, for sure. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, man.
Yeah, it should be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. Do you have a final thought for us?
I do. I got one. So I have a couple. I wrote some down, but this one, I was like, bro, read the room. And I've had to do this several times over the years.
Okay.
But okay. My music lovers, live music lovers, you're out and about watching a group.
This is for the audience, right?
This is for the audience. Yeah. If you're out seeing a band, please be aware and cognizant of like what they're playing and what they say they're gonna play, like their vibe, okay? Because bro, I've played some shows where like we say like, oh, we're such and such, we're playing R&B, soul, funk, whatever. And then we proceed to play said music, like said artist covers, even our own originals, right? Playing like Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, Stevie, all that stuff, I've had dudes come up to me and they're like, "Hey, do you guys know any Led Zeppelin?" Like, bro, I'm like the Dark Rivers gift. I'm looking at them just like, "What are you?
Yeah.
Are you stupid? Like, are you deaf? You can't hear what we just played?" Or guys that come up, they're like, "Hey, you know any?" And also, not to take a shot at Led Zeppelin. I like me some Led Zeppelin, but that ain't the vibe. That's not what we're out doing.
Right.
So this last weekend, we played a show, like a company picnic, and so we're playing the bops. We played some Michael Jackson, some Mac Miller,
Right.
and a lot of it is like 70s funk or like 90s or 2000s R&B, some Lauryn Hill,
Mm-hmm.
But this couple comes up and he's like, "Hey, he's like, do you know any like 60s?" I don't even know the artist he mentioned. I didn't even recognize the name, but he said 60s, and I was like, go that far back. But he's like, "Yeah, just like some country," and I'm like, "Bro, what makes you think we've played nothing in that realm? Why are you asking us for that, bro?" Like, and so and
You
dude,
have
when we first,
talented musicians.
yeah, have you seen that clip of it's like from a Marvel movie, but Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, is working at Baskin Robbins, and he's dealing with a customer. He's like, "Hey man, like welcome to Baskin Robbins. What can I get for you?" Obviously, we all know the name Baskin Robbins. We know what the vibe is. And this customer's like, "You know what? I'll get a burger." And Paul Rudd's like, "We we don't do that here. Like what?" And he's like, "All right, well, what about like a hot pretzel?" Like, he's got like mustard, a hot pretzel, and he's like, "Bro, it's ice cream." Yeah. And he's like, all right. He's like, "I'll just take whatever's hot and fresh, like out of the." Like, dude, like what? So early on, I would just kind of be like, "Oh, sorry, like we have a set list of what we're gonna play." But now I'm a little more cold with it. And so when this guy was like, "Yo, do you know like country?" I was like, "Oh, like sir, like we play like R&B, soul, and funk, like that, like that's you know." So, but yeah, they come up and they ask as if it's like, so. And if you're a musician, you experience that. Like, I'm sorry, but
I'm sorry.
yeah, nah, bro, because it's like bro, it'd be like you you're preaching a great sermon.
No, I get you. I get you.
You know, and someone going, hey man, so like you like Joel Osteen, like you check out his stuff, and you're like,
no. It happened to me with this. I do the pod, like, hey, when are you gonna do some fantasy stuff? It's like,
bro,
I don't do that. Like, have you heard my podcast? Like,
it's like, have you met me in person? Like, do you even know what I like?
It's like, yeah, but you play fantasy football. Like, what are your fantasy thoughts? It's like, yeah, I play for fun, but like,
I'm not that content for that. I'm like, bro, like what?
Like, there's other people that do that.
Yes.
Have you it's like you clearly haven't heard my podcast, so you're just kind of just like asking ridiculous questions though.
Oh,
so yeah.
Yeah, it's my final thought. That grinds my gears, bro. So I'm just like, dude, have you not heard of what we're playing? Okay, cool. So that's my final thought. Rant over. Go ahead, Sherm. Take it away.
We need to bring back insane asylums.
I agree.
We got to bring them back. There's too many people on the street that have mental problems, whether they're drug related, whether they're not drug related. I don't know. We got to bring those back. Like it cannot be. We have to get away from normalizing this idea that it's cool for like people that clearly need help to just be out and about in the street.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
So let's bring those back, please.
Yeah.
Because it's
insane. I agree, bro. Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. So we are gearing up for football. And we're gonna have a preview pod with supposedly Eliza will be joining us for our football coverage this season.
Nice.
Which you and I are very much looking forward to it.
Super excited. Call me Bart Scott. Can't wait. Like, bro.
Yeah. You and him will get into some barbs. Just a lot. Can't wait to play referee. I can't wait to have to defend the 49ers honor from both of you haters.
Oh, dude, that's a given. That's just like, yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah, and then, yeah. You're that guy, you know? So
yeah. So yeah. So I can't wait for that. So we'll do that in the next few weeks or so. But we're getting ready. I think we're like 3 Sundays away. So we can't get here fast enough. Nice. I'm sending Stephanie the TikToks of like the wives that are realizing like football's coming back. And they're like,
no, like don't even ask your husband for stuff like Sunday. Like just
there was this TikTok of this lady. She walks into a room and she's like, why is football on the TV? It was like the first like preseason game. And he's like, oh, it's preseason. Preseason's back. It's like, football's back? Like, yeah, it's gonna be. And just her face of like
like I'm like you're gonna be single for the next couple months, like on paper. Like it's just gonna be like stunning.
I said it to Stephanie. She's like, oh god.
She felt like the rolling eyes emoji, just like
yeah, like it's coming. So prepare yourself. Start planning double date, like hangout dates, play dates
around that. Yeah,
like just do you, boo, do you,
bro? If you get hit up for baby showers, now you can't use the excuse, but you gotta hit them with the like. Even if it wasn't football season, like I wouldn't have gone anyway. But now I have to balance.
Well, now when Angel has his third baby shower, I have a real excuse to be like, no, it's okay. I had a long day.
Fred, like I'm gonna watch Fred.
Like I had a long day. I'm good. Like
Like I'll send a gift for the baby, but it's like, you know, like
you'll understand, right? You'll understand, right, Angelito? You'll understand if I don't go.
bro.
Can't wait. But I'll talk to you later. Anything to plug this weekend?
No, pretty chill weekend. My singer he's actually down in your neck of the woods. He's down in LA.
Nice.
Yeah. So, man, whenever I do have Saturdays off, like from a gig, I'm just like, man, I wish there was a big fight, like just like a major. I always miss the big ones on Saturdays. But yeah, nothing crazy. Chilling right now.
All right, cool. Sounds good. I'll see you later. The Erza Podcast was brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings. You can find Triumph Protective Coatings on Instagram, Triumph_coatings. You can call them or text them 626-436-4702. They offer awesome customer service and they do amazing work. So reach out to them for your next project, and if you use promo code ARROWSUP, you get 15% off your next order. So reach out to them. They'll take care of you. Triumph Protective Coatings. That was the podcast. Thank you to David. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Triumph. I will talk to you again on Sunday with Harry as got baseball to talk. Middle of August. Get that down on Wednesday, Sunday. So you can listen to this podcast anywhere you get your pods. So please rate, review, and subscribe. Arrows of Podcast. You can listen. You can follow us on Instagram. Arrows of Podcast YouTube channel for the videos, and that's it. So I'll talk to you Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the return of football. And I got 3. Hala Madrid. Glory, Man United. And let's go Sox.